So every time you start the game, this first paragraph is different. This one's always the same, so something made me check the patterns in the runes. I don't know why, but I'm glad I did. A massive synchronization is coming, centered on Stonehenge in roughly 60 hours. Yeah, well, 60 hours, yeah, sure, why not? So begin journey. Oh, and because what am I doing? Am I leveling up, or did I just not see the magician last time? I think I just didn't see the magician last time, did I? Or having more knowledge finds me more stuff. Oh, they're random, Chris. Oh, they're random. Like, what do I want out of these? Let's get the... There. Yeah, fair enough. That's a nice little mix of the crab, the priest, and the thief. Yes, work. Looking for intel in cursed towns or restock at safe towns. Watering would probably be your best place to start. Okay. So the names of the towns are always random, it should be noted. As is their locations. So I'm going to go to Forham first. Let's drive. So the dungeons, the only thing that's really fixed is... Yeah, nothing's really fixed actually. What you start with is kind of fixed, but then there's different characters you can play as. So initially I play as... I believe it's because it's class names. I think it's the investigator. No, the scholar? Scholar and investigator. It was earlier on. You can go back and check. Text. The shadow has a definite foothold in Forham, and it's going to make its move soon. There's select caching if you're willing. So that's another town I need to go to do something. So here's Forham. Interesting. Good. I am brought to the problematic area and told that payment will be made once the problem is dealt with. I don't think the locals fully understand what kind of presence is in their town, but they showed much relief and gratitude as I made my way inside. So I've been brought here as a hireling, essentially. To what, clear it out, or... Oh, we're back in a factory. Good for me. So I've got more health instead of more sanity, which I think might be useful. Find and destroy a nest. So nests spawn monsters in the same way rifts do? Maybe... Oh, Christ. That's the nest. Drop it. Ah! Here's the thing. I'm clicking to fire instead of pressing spacebar, because it feels more comfortable. But I'm also aiming, which I don't have to do at all. The gun auto-aimed, basically. I call this one the Healing Touch. They can just about ease pains and close cuts, but I still recommend the National Health over it. As long as we have a National Health, that sounds like a great idea. So, I now have magic. Oh, that's why I couldn't close that rift the last time, because I was pressing tab again instead of enter. Good job, Chris. Really, really, really showing off your gaming skills there. So I'm just going to investigate in case there's anything in here, but I've just found I found the nest very luckily right at the start. Ooh, and more bullets. I think a mixed approach to combat's your best approach. So using bullets to soften them and then beating them to death at the end. Some enemies obviously you want to shoot more than you want to melee them. A body lies at my feet. They are scarcely recognisable as human. Their body is little more than a mass of oozing deformity. It's weird because sometimes the character narrates in quite a cynical, distant manner. Sometimes not so much. Ooh, £4. I didn't read that at all. I try and read things out, and just like it's the one thing I try and do. And I just messed it. Ooh, hello. Back up. I said back up! I have recovered a small handful of 2 standard 9mm rounds. What? Okay. Alright, so we got... The Bati rune has been inscribed on the wall here in white. A generic prayer to a god. Not necessarily the god perverting this place. It could be intended for an associated deity. So Batai in white. This is something I didn't do last time. You don't need clues to put things in, so white, Batai. So now we know they're connected. And we've got that in our notes, so we don't have to remember that ourselves, it's just a thing we got. That might not be even one of the gods here, because there are 5 gods, only 3 of which are ever relevant to a game through. Oh, Jesus, blooming hell. I'm gesticulating. Get off. Bad. Bad. Stupid hopper thing. It has a proper name. I don't know what the proper name is. Return to the car. Yes, return to the car. Excuse me. The people waiting for me outside seem determined not to ask any questions. Upon my assurance that their problem is resolved, they pay without quibble. I wonder if this will be the last time I visit this town. The town is calm and peaceful, oblivious of the shadow. My heart feels pained and heavy as I am confronted by what we stand to lose if I fail in my mission. So, let's go shopping. After an hour I find following items for sale. Ooh. Because Lucky Charm served us pretty well last time, I feel. Considering it just gave us loads of bullets. Hollow points, no, obviously no. Because they cost 3. Like, that's not awful. But 3 cash for... I'll take a few armor piercers. Just because I've got some money that's hitting there. Yes, Somworth will not remain free of our Lord's influence for long. Cower there while you still can, heretic. No, etc. I'm just going to heal myself up quickly before I head out. There we go. Ooh, bong buttons. Set destination, what we got? So, watering. Let's drive. Okay, so Somworth, where that text message was from, is when he's saying it won't remain free of our Lord's influence. They're basically confirming that that's safe. You see? Because they mess up. Not even the importance of my mission is enough to keep tiredness at bay. I have not slept in so long, my car wavers back and forth in the lane. Pull over a nap, try and ignore it, stop for a coffee. Pull over a nap. I pull over to a hard shoulder, recline the seat back and allow myself to drift off. The fact that I was able to sleep under the circumstances is testament to how exhausted I must have been. I reluctantly forced myself awake after a handful of hours slipped by, my mind and body refreshed enough to continue. My dreams were surprisingly gentle. I suppose my life now is the true nightmare. Alright, buddy. Alright, we get it. Ooh, a text from the Ministry of Occultism. Network's down in Forham and I need a message couriered there within 9 hours. There's some extra cash in it if you're willing. So you get courier missions as well. Oh, good God, what? I'm trying to explain things to the audience. Yes, Oldham will not remain free of it. Alright, so Oldham is free from their influence. I'm now in Watering. Hello, Watering. I believe you've got the shadows. At first I was ready to declare this town to be unblemished, but it only took a scratching of the surface to see through it. In response to my questioning, a few residents have seemed ready to give an urgent account, only to think better of it and to be shut into silence by another. The air is thick with unaired secrets and unconfirmed suspicions, manifesting as whispers, graffiti and anonymous texts. This is a town paralysed by an omnipresent darkness grown quietly in under everyone's feet. Like a fungus. Like a fungus, you can't help but stare at it. On a hunch, I move past the facade and explore the lower-income neighbourhoods. Finally, in a narrow alleyway, I find a young woman in a state of distress. Between whimpers, she spoke of having been captured by a cult based in an old church deep in the industrial district. Move the mouse. With mutilated hands, she gestures in the direction of the building, and begged me to find if there is anything left of her friend, captured the same day as her. I cannot in good conscience refuse. Excuse me. Investigate further. There's a lot more pollen in the air than I thought there would be today. Locate a missing person, or what remains of them. No entry. Well, you see, the thing is, I'm not going to listen when you tell me no entry. So I now have a healing spell, which is super useful as long as I can keep my sanity up. If I can't keep my sanity up, then it's super not useful. Ding dong. The carving dates back to at least 6000 BC, and depicts Rougelike defeating and casting out a figure labelled the God of Fear. It appears to have been intended as an insult to a rival faith. Okay, so Rougelike is an enemy of the God of Fear, but we don't know anything else about anyone, so that's not a useful fact at the minute. It's too reliant on facts that we don't have access to. But it stays there as a clue in notes until we click it, which I've done to explain something. I probably shouldn't have done that. Oh well. Okay. Ooh, more loot. The animosity is rooted deep in the suffering reportedly endured by worshippers of Biala, while captured by cults of Chizo. Chizo worshippers seem to tell the story the other way around. So Biala and Chizo are enemies, and Rougelike is the enemy of one of those as well. So either Biala or Chizo is the outsider, the third ancient one, because Rougelike hates one of those and those two hate each other. So neither of those can be the assisting member. I don't know if I explained my logic very well there, but I think you see what I mean. You can put clues together to figure out facts by omission in the same way you do a Sudoku puzzle. And now, no, I'm not making sense because no one does Sudoku puzzles apart from me. Ooh, key rings. Hopefully I can open all the doors now. Ah! No. Stop coughing. It's rude. I found a dusty set of skateboarder pads that isn't completely beyond salvage. Really? Prevents broken limbs. Alright, I've got a slot. No comment on how skateboarding looks. Ooh. Do not think thyself invincible with the power to heal all wounds instantly. While the ancients will heal thy physical form, they will however have a claim upon thy mind. It may not be worth the price. So I now have 2 healing spells. One of which heals me fully, one of which heals me a bit. That's hugely useful because it means I can choose how much sanity I'm willing to burn, if that's the right word, to get health back. But so I've got a red locked door here by the end exit. And I've got this last room here, and I think that locked door... Ooh. Ah. Ugh. The hostage pulled a gun on me. I had no choice. They must have been turned by the Shadow's minions. There's nothing of importance left in this place. The longer I stay, the more time I lose. Either they're in the earliest stages of changing, or the Shadow broke their mind in subtler ways. I'm more concerned about their gun. I want bullets. Like, I don't have a lot of bullets. Objective has become escape. Good for me. Am I just going to be chased every time I leave rooms unexplored? Come on. It's ridiculous. I can't leave rooms unexplored. There's information in these things, sometimes. Or loot, because I have a load of loot. A local folk tale told to children concerned a Chizo or Terror Beast, which comes into the home and eats scared children. One wonders what the child is expected to do to avoid this fate. Okay, so Chizo is the god of fear. Yush is the enemy of the god of fear. Okay, hang on, I can put this together in the car. Because I can hear something. Hello. Eat it. I found a scarlet wallet with £4 in it. Good. Do you know what that'll buy you? Not a great deal. Well, I say that. You won't get like a restaurant meal or anything, but you can get something for night for £4, I suppose. Right, I've got 1 armor-piercing round, and that's... I'm not burning it on you. Ah, toxic. Die. Oh my god. Some kind of survivalist cache here, containing 3 hollow point bullets. That's better. I think those 2 are different. Are better for different enemies. I don't know which enemies they're better for or worse for, though. Return the car. Yes. Right. The news of the death did not, it seems, come entirely unexpected to the poor soul waiting for my return, but they seemed to appreciate the effort. As I made my excuses, they pressed a wallet into my hands, explained that it had been left behind by a previous visiting occult investigator. Seriously, there must be a fair number of us in this ministry that they keep handing me other people's wallets. In the case of a 4-rune incantation, the first rune denotes the recipient of the spell. In the banishment ritual, for example, it would be the rune of the creature being banished. Okay, that's cool.